This is my reading of a modern ghost story from the Riverside Chronicles. I gotta light a cigarette because I can't read stories unless I'm smoking. It's a thing. I've spent the last 11 years of my life knowing that I was incomplete. Even as an old man now, it haunts me. There's this empty place inside, a black hole, if you will. It breaks me down and it sucks me in a little more each day. All because I know that I'll never see him again. I live in the same town where I lost him. I wear the same kind of clothes, listen to the same kind of music, and hell, I have the same haircut. Nothing's changed about me since then, besides the pieces I'm still losing along the way. I tell myself that I could leave this town behind, that I can change and start a new life. I tell myself I can choose not to look at his picture just this once. Deep down, I know that none of that is true. I'll always be here. I'll always be the same person I was. His picture will always be right next to me. Time will never march on. I exist in an infinite loop of memories and mourning, a cycle both vicious and comforting. It starts when I wake up and see his picture, and it ends when I look at it once more before I fall asleep. Sometimes there's an encore in my dreams. Sometimes the silence is deafening. Those quiet nights are the worst nights of all. It's on those nights I wake up and I realize that no matter who shares my bed, I am truly alone. He still whispers to me when I'm worthy of hearing it. He still guides me despite his absence, and everything I do, I find him lurking somewhere just out of reach. But without him, my pages are empty. My canvas is blank. My music has no rhythm. And those moments, I wonder which of us is really the ghost. And those are the days when that cycle breaks me down and I can't even function. But most days, it's the only thing that keeps me tethered to the world. More often than not, it gives me the strength that I need to exist, the courage to endure, and the inspiration to reach for the stars, and the compassion to forgive myself for being too late, for failing him. And these are the lies I tell myself. I should have known what he was planning. I should have known the signs. I should have seen them somehow. And I knew him better than I'll ever know myself. When the world is quiet and the outlight fades, I become the postmortem detective. I obsessively search for evidence or some clue that might aid me in solving the case somehow, and as if that will, I don't know, grant me the redemption I can never grant myself. We were heroes once. We were villains. We were everything in between. And even when our paths diverged, convergence was guaranteed, just around the bend. Our roads led to him and from him to me. We were an empire, never once understanding that even Rome was destined to fall. And some pains are too great. Some losses can never be regained, and he knew those things and more, perhaps better than I ever will. And with that knowledge, he chose his hill, and upon it he has rested ever since. But I remain a landscaper, decorating with the hopes and dreams that never came to be. It's possible you expected more and you found this mysterious time capsule, buried in the woods where we used to play. On the other hand, maybe you've lost the same things I have along the way. Maybe, just maybe, this is the key to finding them again. And if nothing else, I hope it inspires you to tell your own story someday. The things I've included inside this capsule may seem confusing, but they represent the only parts of my life, the only times when I truly lived. He likes the white cardigan that he always thought was magic, the flannel I wore like armor in his defense, the rabbit's foot he hid in his sock to bless us, the magic 8 ball that often led us astray, the guitar he used to make our world a better place. Here lies the mask I wore and still wear in his absence. Here lies the proof that two strangers at birth became brothers and met the world as one. And here lies his body, as lifeless as the day I shuffled him off his mortal coil. I don't know who will find this or what the world will be like when it's found. I can only hope that we somehow made it a better place with the time that we had. Sincerely, a ghost.